you through the back pages now. Busy enough day in terms of sports headlines, but not that big, really.
Yeah, well, D-Day looms for the World Cup bid hopes is how the Irish Independent goes. Irish team sweat as they wait to hear if bid is recommended for final vote on November 15. We've made an allusion to that already. That's going to be the big story today and potentially come 10 a.m, the story of the week.
Can I have a look at the Irish Times here? The back page of the Irish Times, a defining day for Irish rugby. Obviously, this isn't the back page, it's in the middle of the paper, but you know what I mean. And this thing about Zebo and Bundy Aki, Jerry Thorney's writing his column there about it today. For God's sake, everybody needs to shut up about Bundy Aki being the cause that Simon Zebo was dropped. Simon Zebo was dropped because Joe Schmidt wanted to drop him. It had nothing to do with Bundy Aki.
Well, they are two separate causes. On the front of the Irish Examiner sports section then, we have the untouchable one. Give Lukaku some love, Mourinho tells Old Trafford fans.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Were they really annoyed about the fact that Lukaku was staying on the field and Marcus Rashford was being taken off? Like, are they actually having a go at that point at Romelu Lukaku? I mean, Man United fans aren't thick, right? Whatever they are, they're not thick. They understand that Lukaku has been a reasonable signing so far. Yeah,
absolutely, and he's untouchable with regards to the position that he plays, but I would have thought straight away when the boost happened that it was because of Rashford coming off, not due to the fact that Lukaku was staying on. The alternative they wanted to be taken off instead of Rashford remains to be seen.
Okay, so the Irish Daily Star, Jazzy Jeff's on fire on the front cover of that. Hendo strike puts Hoodoo on tune. Blue turn. This is a headline which the Star weren't the only ones to come up with. This is about the Alvaro Morata story, who did an interview in Gazzetta in Italy talking about how he loved living in Turin, how Juventus was amazing, and how he actually didn't really like London that much. And then he was quickly frog-marched out by the Chelsea press office to go, hang on a second, I love London. It's just that as soon as I retire and I have to send my kids to school, it won't be in London, because it's normal that I would want to live at home in Spain, not Italy. So that's kind of a weird old story. Big Sam is ever so keen. This is the story that Sam Allardyce is keen on Everton, and it's déjà blue for Vincent's, because they have a bit of blue in them, and déjà vu means already seen in French.
The Irish Daily Mail, untouchable Hendrick lifts the roof off is the back page of that one. We might actually bring you the back page of the UK Star since we showed you the Irish Daily Star there. How rude of us to forget the UK edition. Monday Hoodoo spooks Benitez is what they're saying, and Blue Turn as well.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the Star as well. Elsewhere in the back of the Irish...
Hang on, I like Goodison Park. That's not bad.
Well, that's okay. It's a good 5 out of 10 there. Mourinho tells United fans to lay off Lukaku as well on the back of the Irish Daily Mail, and Connolly stars in leading Vincent's to glory.
Okay, so the Irish Sun, the headline, great minds think alike, genius steals. Blue turn. This is the story about Alvaro Morata and actually how he wants to stay living in London. I can't see myself living in stressful London for long in the AM. In the PM, I'd stay at Chelsea for another 10 years, if I'm asked. The other one, right? So you can't see that there, but it's Strutt and Jeff. Burnley 1, Newcastle 0. You're a young man, Eoin.
Well, I got the Jazzy Jeff reference. You may have to explain this to the people of my vintage, what Strutt and Jeff means.
So it's Mutt and Jeff.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
You know what Mutt and Jeff is?
Yeah, well, I'm vaguely familiar with the whole idea of Mutt and Jeff.
What is Mutt and Jeff?
Mutt and Jeff is a very relevant cultural reference, Ger, that I'm not going to go into too much detail about Mutt and Jeff.
Do you know what, like animal, vegetable, mineral?
Animal.
Yeah, okay, that's Mutt.
Catch the pigeon.
Mutt is an animal.
No, that's Dastardly and Mutley. It's a bad call by me. No, Mutt and Jeff, tell me.
It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon strip.
Right, okay.
That's all I know, actually.
They don't carry the cartoon strip in there anymore.
It's actually before my
time. We'll bring you the Times Irish edition. Mourinho is warned off Fabregas. Chelsea set to give midfielder a new contract. I've skipped a bullet there again. Let's go to the UK Sun.
Premature ejaculation from my young colleague. So let's go to the UK Sun and see what they come up with. It's blue turn again. And then, sorry, that is the other little story, the top corner there. Mo leaves US coach. So we'll bring you the video of Mo Farah announcing the fact that he's moving back to England a little bit later on. But what he has done is go on Twitter, release a video saying, I'm coming home, everybody. I've had enough of the Nike Oregon project, and I won't be working with Alberto Salazar anymore. Just slip that in, right, like in the second sentence. So he's distancing himself from the whole stink around the Nike Oregon project. And we'll get to that a little bit later on. We'll play you his video too.
The Times Irish edition, as I say, Mourinho's warned off Fabregas. Chelsea set to give Fabregas a brand new contract, I say. Also, key day in Irish bid for World Cup. We'll bring you the PDF now of the UK Times. Here we go. Mourinho also warned off Fabregas on that one as well. Jones recalling Rukadugundi That's how I pronounce that one. And Allardyce opened to Everton job. That's Owen Slot and Henry Winter there, I think, with the two main stories in the back of the Times London edition.
All right, so the Daily Express. You've done the Daily Express?
We haven't. You have it there in front of you.
I do have the Daily Express right in front of me. So the PDF is on screen. Lay off Lukaku. Mourinho tells fans striker is untouchable. Everybody seems to be coming through to the notion that Sam Allardyce is open to the Everton gig. It would cost £2 million. Now, I don't know if it would cost him £2 million, or I presume Everton would have to pay Crystal Palace £2 million. But since we've come on air, the news is that Sean Dyche is going to be offered that gig, or approached at least, by Everton. Alvaro Morata in hot water, but he's not really in hot water. He had to do a crappy press conference to go, oh, they misquoted me, when they accurately reflected the fact that living in London is very difficult for multi-millionaire footballers who drive their giant Land Cruisers into the congestion area and have to pay 25 quid every time they do it.
It is the only city in the world with traffic, I think, is the conclusion we can make from that one. On the back of the Herald Sport, Vince hold on to title, Connolly class the difference as champions hold off Munn, and I'm backing Jose on Lukaku is the other story they're carrying on the back page of that one.
Yeah, so that is pretty much it in terms of the papers. We've done the Mirror, have we? Just 17. Army of Scouts blocked a Celtic to run rule over Dembele, and Tierney as fullback signs up on 6-year deal. It's Kieran Tierney, a very Irish name, born in the Isle of Man, unfortunately, and doesn't qualify for us, although maybe we could steal him at this point, could we?
Maybe we could. I don't know. I think he's just played too much at Scottish underage level and and playing for Celtic as well. I mean, obviously, if you're going to play for any other country other than Scotland, it'd be Ireland. But the problem here is that Celtic is based in Scotland, so that's not going to happen. We might bring you the front page of the UK Independent. We'll bring that on screen right now.
I'll do the Racing Post first. Friday night, Chelsea set for a scare in the Eternal City.
And then we have Itoje craving Sarri's return in the Indy. Mourinho swipes at fans again. The story there from Mark Critchley at the front of the Indy. And the next one there, I think, is The Guardian, Ger.
The Guardian, which I don't actually have in front of me. So I've got the PDF on screen. There you go. Did that one, yeah. So Morata denies he's unsettled with Chelsea. Hendrick hits the mark. Midfielder fires Clares to victory. Mourinho tells United fans Lukaku is untouchable. As you can see, not a whole heap of stories coming from anything other than press conferences and crap that managers said in the aftermath of Premier League matches. So suddenly Jose Mourinho saying that Lukaku is untouchable is a big deal, when actually we all know it doesn't matter a damn.
And finally, in the Daily Telegraph, the front of the sports section says, "Arise, Sir Lewis. Hamilton now wants the greatest honour following his 4th Formula 1 title."